Okay. My name is Tintin. I've been here last time for basic Excel. So today we will talk about intermediate level. We will go through 4 topics today. They are data analysis, solver add-in, what if, and pivot table. If you have not, I didn't see any familiar faces to me, so I assume you haven't attended the basic Excel before, but I gave you a link here, so you can find a video there, and this talk about all the basic skills for Excel. But today we just move on to the intermediate level, all right? Okay, so you see there several worksheets I have already created. Before we start, I wish, I hope we can create a copy for each file. It's just in case that if you make a mistake when you're dealing with Excel, then you can go back. So what you will do, you hold Control, you left click the file name. Okay, you can see the difference, right? You click Author, and you right click, and here it says move or copy. You click it, and you move it to end. You check this box, create a copy, click OK. All right. Yeah. Sorry, that's a miss. You cannot control you cannot create a copy for tables. These are, most of them are tables. Okay, I think these two are the tables though. 1 second, let's do it again. So data analysis, solver, goal seek. These 3, you can create a copy for sure. But you cannot create a copy for pivot table because they have the tables there. Okay, so I have the copies for those 3 files. Are we on the same page now? Yes, that's what I said. You can only copy the first 3 work files. These 3, okay? Yes, database, data analysis, solver, and goal seek. Create a copy for that. Well, you can choose not to do so. I just think it's a useful tool to learn, because when you deal with data, you don't want to make some mistake, right? All right, so let's start the first, data analysis. So I have covered this in the last workshop, but I just briefly talk about it. And today we will learn like how to run regression using Excel. Before you do your data analysis, you need to add in, okay? So on your handout, you can see, if you don't have one, come and pick one. So on your handout, you can see how to add in a data analysis tool. You see the File tab here, you click it, you go to Options, and then there's Add-in here. You click Add-ins, right? And there's a Manage box here. You choose Excel Add-ins. You click Go. Here, there's some boxes to check. You want to check the first one, Analyze Toolpath. And click OK. The difference it made is you go to the data ribbon, you will see a new area here called Analysis Group. And then you have find the data analysis tool here. Okay, sorry, I will slow down. So you go to Options, Add-ins. So if it's Mac, I set on the the handout. If it's Mac, then you go to Tools and then Excel add-ins. Okay. So you can see the Manage box here. You choose Excel add-ins. You click Go. And then you click this box. And then OK. Which one? Okay. Last step. Here, you click Go. And then it shows you a new window here. Well, that's a good question. I don't know how to do that on Mac.
Yeah. Is this settings?
Yeah, this one.
This one?
Yes, that's right. Okay. Are we in the same page now? Okay. So look at the data here. You have quantity sold. It's for product. Let's say, I don't know, apples. And then the price for the quantity sold. And then there's also one column called advertising. So that's the advertising expenditure spent on the product. So what I want to find out now first is to do a data, to give me a histogram to show me the frequency of the advertising. What you will do, you click the data analysis here. And then the mailing tools, you'll find histogram here. Okay. If you want to ask me, well, can you find the data analysis? It's on your data ribbon at the last group. And that thing is new to your Excel, okay? You click it, and then you find histogram. You click OK. And then a new window shows up. Excel asks you what you want to do with your data. So first, you want to know what's your input range. You click this thing, is you find the data you want to analyze. That is advertising, like all this column. And you click it again. And then you choose labels because the data range I chose has a label. That's advertising. If you did not choose the advertising, like if your data range do not include advertising that cell, you don't click this, okay? And then Excel asks you, what do you want to put your output? So I want it on the output range in the same worksheet, okay? So I want it just beside here. I just choose whatever area and click back, and are we in the same page so far? And click OK. And now Excel tells you what's the frequency of the advertising. That is your histogram, if you know what is a histogram. But this is quite simple. What is a little bit difficult is the data analysis. I think that's like a regression, sorry. That's more useful for you. So choose data analysis again. You choose regression here, all right? Okay, give me 1 second. So for the students who come new here, you need to come to see me to get the file, like all this data file. Or you can ask the people sit beside you. But I have USB, so there's some handouts. Do you have files? Okay. It's this one, yeah. Now you need to save as wherever you want to put. That's okay. Yeah, come and eat. There's some pizzas here. So this one, you just move to your desktop. Okay. Okay.
Sorry about the interruption.
Oh, that's fine. Yeah, that's fine.
Did you want us to sign that? No, I sure do. Yeah.
The data analysis, and like I already have that, so can I upload it and then follow you to the next one?
If you have already
I just have the one
done that,
one.
I think it will show that you have already added that.
Oh,
Because
okay.
that's the Excel in your laptop.
Yeah.
You can see. If not, then you
Okay,
just do it again. Yes. Okay. All right. Yeah, this one. Okay. You're welcome. Oh, I'm fine. I'm fine so far. Thank you. So for those who came late, the first work file has a link, and that contains the basic Excel I have covered last semester. So if you have time, you can go to that video and learn some basic Excel skills. But, all right. Yep. No. Oh, okay. Mm-hmm. Okay, I will keep that. All right. No, it's always on. I put it on the first one. It's the first file. Okay, thanks. So, does everybody have the data analysis add in already? Yes? Okay, cool. So look at the data. You have 3 columns of data. You have quantity sold, price, and advertising. So now I ask you to run a regression. What kind of regression? I want to know whether my quantity sold be influenced by the price and also the advertising expenditure. I want to know what's the relationship between them. The way you will do, you go to data analysis tool, you click it, and you find regression here. All right? And then you click OK. Now, a new window pops up. It asks you, what is your input Y range? So what is your Y? That is your quantity sold, right? And then what is your input X range? That is your price and advertising. And check the label box because I include labels. And then my output option, I want it to be just in this worksheet. So I choose a place, like big enough to put all my output. And also here, there's some residues. I want to know what's the residues for this regression. So I check it and click OK. Here we go. Your regression output. So look at here. Your intercept is 8,536.2, and your price is negative 835. That means it has a negative relationship with your quantity sold, and advertising, however, is the coefficient is 0.59. That means it's a positive relationship with your quantity sold. And you have your standard arrow here, t-stat and p-value. Look at these two p-values. They are both smaller than 0.001. That means they are statistically significant influence your quantity sold, okay? And this is a table that you will see a lot if you're an economic student, right? And here you can see the residual output. It directly tells you what is the E for each data point, all right? Is this clear? When we use labels, when you choose this, like you say you choose these, this is your called label. I mentioned that in basic Excel. So there's some terms used in Excel, and this is label. Because here it will show you what is price and advertising, what's the coefficient for each. If you do not choose it, then it just directly give you these, but you don't know which one is which, right? Okay. So you can use data analysis to do other things. You can find the correlation or descriptive statistics and so on. But I think that's pretty much it. So if you finish this, always save it, all right? And then let's move to the second topic, that is solver. So solver, before we start, we will need to add in the solver. So you go to the same step as what you did previously to add the data analysis. So here I ask you to add solver add-in. So you still go to your manage box. Here you can see solver add-in. You choose that and you click OK. And then here you can see it immediately have a solver here. All right? So what is a solver and why do we use it? So when we use solver is to find an optimal value for a formula in one cell. And that's our objective cell. And subject to some constraints and limits. Basically, let's say, okay, this is your goal. You want to optimize your sales to achieve a 56% gross profit. This is your current inventory, the quantity on hand, selling price, unit cost, and gross profit for each product. And this is what your ideal product makes to sell, okay? And now your total gross profit percentage is 50%. But now I want you to optimize your sales to achieve a 56% gross profit. What can you do? So you will change this cell, the units to sell. That's the only column you change. You want to sell more units basically, but you don't know how many units you need to sell to sell more to each product, right? And also you have two constraints. One is this has to be positive, and this has to be positive as well. So your units to sell and units left both have to be positive. If you do not indicate that, then they can give you some negative number, and that is not realistic. All right? Okay, so you click solver basically, and you set your objective. That's what I mentioned. The objective value is this cell. Okay, and you want to change it to max or minimum or value of. So you want to change it to a value of 0.56. All right, and then it asks you which variable cells you want to change. So you choose this, not including the summation. Okay, just the product 1 to 10. This is this like I4 to I13 are the variable cells you want to change, and you have two constraints. What are they? First is you want your units to cell this I4 to I13 to be greater than 0. Okay? And then add. That's your first constraint. And second constraint, you want your units left also to be positive. Add that. Click OK. Okay. And then you click solve. Are we all here? Yes? You click solve. Before you do anything, Excel will automatically give you an answer. But what if your boss, like what if your supervisor asks you to tell him or her what he should do, like how many units to sell for each product? Then Excel only gives you the final answer, but you also need to provide a report. So here, the report, you click answer. All right? And then you click OK. So you can see here, solver worksheet, besides is your answer report. So this is all the things that goes through, like behind, and then to get this value, 56%. And you can see this has been changed. Okay? So go back to your answer report. Your objective cell changed from 50%, that's your original value, to final value is 56%. And your variable cells, that's unit to cell, how you have changed that, and it tells you in details. And this is your constraints. All right. Okay. Here, you can change your number, like this decimal place is here. Okay. And here in money term, because I choose it, here is money. That's basic. All right. So far so good. Great. So always save, and then let's move to the third topic. Is I want to like spend more time on pivot table. That's more important. So goal seek is quite similar. You do not need any add-in for this. So look at the data. You have 3 products, okay, in the company, and then each product gives you revenue, and they have different contribution rate, and then the total is 90,000 so far without product sales revenue, but your company's target is 150,000. What are you going to do? And that's what we call goal seek. You have a goal. You want to do, like, you want to achieve $150,000, but okay, we can do like, let's say if I sell the product C for 160,000, then it changed to like the total contribution changed to 114,000. If I change like 200,000, it's 120,000. It takes you a lot of time. Like it's really tedious to do to find final contribution number that matches your target. So that's why we need GoSig to help you to save some time. What you will do, follow the steps on your handout. So on your data tab, in the data analysis tools, tool groups, you have what if analysis. Why do I not have that? Oh, here, sorry. You see this? And you left click it. There's 3 choices. You click GoSig. And this is a window that you need to work on. So what is your set cell? That is your target. So you want to target this cell, D7, and you want to change it to the value 150,000. 150,000. By changing cell, by changing product sales revenue. And then you click OK. And then Excel gives you a solution. So you need to earn 400,000 revenue from product C in order to meet your target. Does this make sense? Yes? So there are 2 things to be cautious. First, your set cell, like this cell, has to contain a formula. Look at here, your command area. It has to contain a formula. However, this cell, that the cell you want to change, shouldn't contain a formula. It has to be a value. All right? Okay, if you are good, then I want you to do a practice. You look at these rows, 11, 12, and then 24. Some rows are missing because I hide them. So in order to unhide them, you choose these 2 rows. You right click, and unhide. Right? I use hide because sometimes I don't want to show you right now. Or if you have a large data set, you can use hide and unhide to help you. You're welcome. Yes? It has a number. It is too small. You need to change the width. All right, so what I want you to do, since you already know how to use GoSig, so here you have yes team and no team, that's your votes. And you have 4,478 people vote for yes team. You have 63.9% of votes, but what I know is you need at least 2/3 of the votes, that is 66.7% to win the election. So my question is, how many more votes are needed by the yes team to win the election? You want yes to win. So how many more votes you need in order to win the election for yes team? More than 2/3 of votes. That is 66.7%. $560 people. 5,060 people. Okay, let's check whether that's right. So you use what if, you go to goal state, and your cell is cell 16 to value of 6.7% by changing this. Okay, right, but this is the, okay, what happened? One second. So you need at least 5,060 votes in order to win the election. That's right. Okay. Okay, 1 second. Do you have a laptop? You need the file from the USB. Okay, so we finished the first 3 topics, and now it's time to move to pivot table. Here we go. So there are 2 worksheets which are given. One is called invoices, this. One is called consumer table, okay? And using these 2 tables, you are going to create a pivot table. And what you are trying to find is what is your top selling product, who is the top customer for the company, and what is the trend of sales for the year. This is really useful, especially for working in companies. Look at this invoice table. Before we start, you have some things you have to check that this is the ideal table that you can use for your pivot table. So first, the sales value. I mentioned last time that you need to check. You sometimes you will need to use if function. Just look at this command. Why I use if function? Because your sales value may not be always positive. Like if your customers return something to the company, then that has to be a negative value, okay? So you can check this. So I have already wrote the if function since I have taught that last time. So look at this one. It's negative 50. So because this is a return, right? So this is the difference why I use if function. So you need to make sure this is good. And also for region, this is a new column. Normally, you may not have region in your invoice data set. So I create this column by using VLOOKUP. So here, your customer table gives you which customer in which region. So I use VLOOKUP here. I taught that last time as well. And to find the region that belongs to each customer. All right? So this is the second thing you need to check, because you will use region to analyze, you will use it for your pivot table. If you want to analyze the region, if the region is a matter for your company, okay? Third, you need to remove duplicates. How do you do that? So when you have a table, like say, I click a cell that's not in the table, then look at your ribbons. You only have home ribbon, to view. However, if you click any cell on the table, then you will have a new ribbon comes out. That's design. You click design, and in your tools group, you have remove duplicates. You click it, and then Excel asks you which one you want to remove the duplicates. Of course, you first unselect all, because it's not everyone. It's invoice ID. That's the unique ID for each product that's sold in the company, right? So if there's some duplicates, you don't want to use that, right? Because that means it's not accurate. So you click OK. No duplicate values found. That's good. But I think it should have. Well, my data may be different from yours because I remember I created some duplicates for you to remove. Pardon? Yeah, so that's good. So that means that's what I did. So okay, so this is I have already removed duplicates from my table, but yours should have 10 duplicates. Okay. All right, and look at the table style options. You have total rows here. I suppose your data do not have that, okay? So you click it, then it will give you the total number for your quantity and your sales value. All right? Also, I suppose that your data do not have a table like this, right? No, right? That's good because I want it. So how do you change your data range to a table like mine? You go to insert ribbon, and this should be available for you because my data has already been a table. So you should choose table, okay? And then there's a command window comes out, right? And then it asks you whether the select area is the data range that you want to change to the table. You click yes or okay. And then it will change your data range to a table like mine. Good? All right, so those things that you need to check before you do the pivot tables. So now let's do that. So there are two ways to create a pivot table. I personally use the second way, but you can use the other way. It doesn't make any differences. So what I do is I go to design, and then I have summarized with pivot table here. I click it, and it asks me whether this table, the whole table, is the data that I want to analyze. Yes. And then also here, it asks me whether I want my pivot table to be in a new worksheet. Yes. So I click OK. Then you should have a sheet 5 or like whatever number. It's like genetic number. And this is your pivot table. Now let's do some changes. So when you do that, you have 3 new things come out. First is your pivot table tools, like here, and pivot table fields. You also have 2 more things. One is analysis ribbon and design ribbon. All right. If you accidentally, let's say, if I click any cell here, my field list disappear. What you do, you either click here, it comes up, or you go to analyze, and there is a field list here. Here. You click it, it will show up. Okay. All right. So how do you use your pivot table? Look at here, you have different options. And it's the name of each column. And this is the choices available for you to analyze the data. So let's say I want to I want like also before I do that, there are also 4 fields, like 4 sections here. One is filter, columns, rows, and summation of values. So let's say I want to know the sales value. So you left click it, like you hold it and drag it to the summation of values. And then automatically you will have the sum of sales values. All right. Let's say I want to find the top selling customers. So what you do, you find the customer name and you drag it to rows here. And it tells you the sales value for each customer. But I want to know the top one. What you can do, here is the row labels. You click this and you find value filters. You choose the last one, top 10. And then you click OK. Then it gives you the top 10 customers for your company. Are we good? Yeah. So I clear my filters first. So you choose top 10. And click OK. One more thing I want to add is your values of summation. You can change things here. If you click here, there's a value field settings. And you can change your number format here. All right? It depends on your data if you want it to be a number or currency. Okay? If I say I want it to be currency, and how many decimal places? I said no, 0 decimal places. Okay. And then that's your number format, and also you can change your like what types of the value you want. I want summation. You also can change whether it's an average or maximum. Okay. Now it shows me in money terms. So that's the top selling, top customers for your company. What if I want to know the top selling products? What you do, you remove this. You either click it and remove it, or you just drag it outside and it's just gone. And then you choose product line. You put in your rows. Now you have 3 products. And your top selling product, because it's only 3, so you know it's printers, right? But still you can use the filter to find it. All right? Sorry, this is the 3 product lines. Let's do the description. That's more in detail. Okay, that's right. Because even if for printers, there are different kinds of printers. So I want to know so these are the products sold in the company. You go to value filters again, find the top 10. And this is the top selling products in your company. Okay? If you want to use all these 4 sessions, you can do that. What I did is I put region in the filters, and I put product line in the columns, and then I put consumer name in the rows, and then I have this table. So this table tells you which customer buy which product and spend how much money on them. All right. And here the region, since it's a filter, you can choose the region you like. Let's say Florida. You click it, then it only shows Florida's sales value. Yes? Yeah, into the values. You just choose the values here. You drag it here. Don't see anything. Oh, yeah. How many items you want to show? Like this, since it's top 10, do you want to show all of them, or you should only show one? Okay. All right. So that's your pivot table. No, what happened? Okay. If you want to give this to your supervisor, you do not give these, okay? Because this has connection with your previous two worksheets, invoice and a consumer table. What you can do is you copy it, but you paste in values, okay? You do not paste in as a table, like as what it is. You paste as value terms. That's what I want to let you know. And one more thing, you see here the grand totals, all right? This column, sorry. This column. How can you find it is under design. So these are the choices for you. So site totals, do you want it? You can on or off it. Let's say I want to off the grand totals. I don't want them. Or you can let it on again. All right? It's up to you. And also you can change the styles of your pivot table. You can. All right? Then, well, tables are good. Like tables can give you these numbers like clearly. But if you want to find the trends, remember the three things we want to find. We have already found the top customers and the top selling product. What about the trends? I want to know the trend of the sales in the company. That means you need charts. How do you find it? Under analysis ribbon. Here, in the tools group, you have pivot chart. You click it. There are different kinds of charts. So far, just want to find the simplest one, the first one, okay? You click OK, and then it gives you a chart. So this plus icon, if you click it, it shows the elements for the charts. You can remove the legend to make it look nicer. Also, you can change the color here or the style, all right? So this is your chart. So it clearly shows you that this O'Neill motoring has the highest sales value. Like it gives you more visual things. All right. What if I want to know which region has bad sales. Like this just give me the region of Florida. I can change it to all regions. And then it will become very like naughty because there's so many things here, right? So what I will do, I remove all of these because I only want to know the sales value for the each region. Like I want to know the change of the product line. So what I will do is I drag the product line to columns and the region to rows. Okay. Here it gives you a table, and I can go to design and change the chart type to 3D column. The last one. When I click OK, then it shows me more visually that Georgia has the highest sales value for both printers and consumables. Okay. You go to design, and here there's a choice for change chart type. You click it, and then I choose the last type of column. Okay. So that's the chart for pivot tables. You can also like do whatever you want. You can put date also here to show like in months. Like here is in date, and you also can change the date into months. What you do, you right click and you choose group. You can choose months or years. This does not look good, so I will take away of regions. Okay. So here it tells you each product line in each month, the sales value of them. All right. So like basically all of this you can choose from, and you can create many tables and charts for this. All right. I think that's for today. Do you have any questions? For those who came late, you can talk to me afterwards. We can go through the first 2-3 topics, okay? If no, then you're free to go. And this is a video, so if you want the link, you can send an email to me. I can give you the link afterwards, all right? Okay, so you understand this, right? Like pivot table. What about goal 6? Do you understand it? No.
Actually, I thought the session started from like
4:30. Yeah. So what you basically do, so here you have product C, all right? This is your revenue for product C, and your target is 150,000, and you want these 90,000. That's what the current. You want it to match your target. So you want to change this to, oh, I'm sorry, I don't know it. So you want to change 90,000 to 150,000 by changing product C's revenue. What you do, you go to data, and it has what if analysis and goal 6. And your set value will be your 90,000. You choose the cell. You move this window beside. You move the whole window beside to see the data. So your set cell will be 90,000 because you want to change it, right? You choose it, yeah. And then true value is You need to type it 150,000. And by changing cell is product C's revenue. Yeah. And you click OK. So Excel makes all the calculations for you to tell you, okay, you need to get 400,000 revenue from product C in order to get your target. That's goal 6.
Just identify what that is.
And then what if you can click this? Yeah. Go to what if. You have all the steps on your handout. Yeah. Okay. And then one more thing is I hide a few columns between 12 and 24. So you click 12 and 24. You choose you choose these 2 rows. You click this row, right? And you hold it and choose 24. And you right click. And here is unhide. Because I hide some rows. So you choose unhide. It directly show you the rows that I have hidden. All right. So you can do a practice here, similar idea. And data analysis and solver, basically you need to add in. So you need to go to File and Options and Add-ins and go down to the Manage box. Here, Manage box, Excel add-in, go, choose Go. And there's some add-ins available for you. So you want to choose first one, Analyze Toolpath, and last one, Solver add-in, and OK. In order to save some time, I ask you to add them together, but in the workshop, I add them separately. But it doesn't matter, same idea. So you have a new group of things here, and that's what you're just adding. So if you want to analyze these with data analysis, you can click Data Analysis. You can run regression. You can choose regression. It's down here, regression. You click OK. Your Y range is your quantity, because I want to know whether price and advertising influence my quantity sold. And you will choose it with labels. So here I see you didn't choose it with labels. Because regression gives you output, you want to know which one is which, right? So you basically choose the whole, yeah. And then you need to click here, labels, yeah. And your input range will be the last 2 columns. So with labels as well. Like with, yeah, choose the whole. Yes, that's the price per unit. This is advertising in total too. Okay, so now I want your output range. I want it to be in this file, like in this worksheet. So you choose a range, just choose a big one. Like here, not there. Just any empty cells. Indicate that you want your output to be here. Okay, choose this. And then you want residual as well. You click that. You click OK. It directly gives you the regression output. Give me 1 second. Yes.
Professor, I'm sort of blind.
Yeah, that's right.
Just forgot to bring my laptop. I thought just here's the link, like things falling. So I just put it on my iPad. So is there any step you can give to me?
There's a handout.
Any handouts?
Yeah, and do I have your email? No. I can send the link to you later if you want, because it's all recorded. Okay, that's good. Yes. If you want link, write your emails here. I can send you a link. Okay, stay here. Come. Yes. Yes, but give me 1 second.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll
You'll wait. Okay. 是吗？
就是
哦，为什么你是中文的？
对我因为我
哦，你是中文的。
然后也是跟那个中文版调过来，
哦，好。
很烦。然后你把这个贴补转换成 charts 是在哪边？
在分析。 然后这边数据图是多，这个真的是，对，然后你就可以选是怎么样的。
好，
哎，我刚刚忘记讲折线图，它没有关系，都一样。
还有一个在好像 solver 还是 GoSeek 里面，然后要设置一个那个
constraint
对
就是这个，你不是有吗？你这次答案都出来了。
但是它是应该是那种就是叫默认的，它就是那边有不是它一个
不是数据分析，是规划求解。哇，你这中文真是……哦，这已经给你们了是吗？
对，它是
没有，因为是我下午在弄，我不知道他已经记住这个了。
那我怎么就设置到 constraint？
你可以加，在这边添加，就加你的那个 constraint，但是我已经帮你添加好，你取消，你把它删除一个，你比如说删除 G 这个 column 的，然后你就可以添加新的，添加这 column 是这个 column 是这个 column， 就是我想要的我的 unit left，你就选 unit left 的这10个 unit left。对，没有那个 total， 对，就到这儿，然后大于等于0，大于等于，然后添加，然后取消，这个就是你的新的 constraint。
好的。
对，然后你求解，你有那个结果 ，OK， 那个就好。
但是这个结果里的，它刚才的那个小数数量也跟，你看它这边的小数只给到了，它就没有给我小数。
对啊，说明因为我已经改了，就是它是没有小数的，我的是有小数的。
那个我。
你可以改啊，你可以到那个 solver，然后你就把，你说的是那个规划求解。对，我看一下是不是规划求解，然后你求解，
算报告。
对，它没有那个小数。奇怪，
然后再出来一个行。这个就有了。
应该是有的。
因为我原来的那个表就是在做第一个表的时候，里面是 solver 里面是
整数的，所以它出来是的。OK， 没了吗 ？OK， so the second one is.
So, did you also present a session for Excel on
The basic one, yes.
on 11? Was it 11?
No, it's last semester.
Oh,
The link is here, so you can go through the videos. That's the basic Excel, okay? And so one more thing, solver. So this is basically this is your current inventory, but you want to this is your ideal one, and you want your profit to be 56%. But it's similar to GoSig, but differently. Is you want to change the unit to sell. You want to know how many more units I want to sell in order to get a gross profit percentage as 56%. That's what my goal. Yeah, this is your goal. So you're changing units to sell, but you have two constraints. So that's the difference between GoSig, because your units to sell and units has to be positive, right? Cannot be positive, negative, right? Because you sell one or not. So what you do, you choose solver, and then your set objective has already chosen this one. You want to change it to a value of 0.56. 0.56, sorry. I have done that for you. That's my mistake, but anyhow. So you have two constraints. I have wrote that for you as well. So your two constraints, you move this window to the left, sorry. And that is your unit to sell, this one to this, greater than 0. And second constraint is units left, first to the last, greater than 0. So if you want to know how to do it, you can delete one constraint and write a new one. So if you delete this one here, don't use this, okay. So your second constraint is gone, so you can add. And then your sales reference is the units left. That's what you sell.
With the label?
Without the total. Without the total? Yes. And greater and equal. You choose it. This is smaller. Yep, 0. And you click Okay, at. And then cancel. So that's your new constraint. So that's how you do constraint. And you solve, but before you click OK, you need a report. So that's your answer. So you click answer, and you click OK, and you have a new worksheet comes out, tells you what you need to change, like goes down. So then you can tell the company, okay, for product A1, for example, goes up. So in order, I will need to reduce the value to 15 and need to increase product 9. The steps you need to do in order to get 56% of profit. Yeah, that's your variable change. That's the changing sales. And next is the constraints. It tells you, next page, it tells you whether it's binding or not binding, because it's constraints. So that's your solver. It sounds like a lot, but it's quite easy if you do some practice. The link, yes. You need to write the emails on that. Yes.
Yeah, I'm watching the basic one right
Yes.
now. It was good.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. The thing is, when you say you have to go to Excel, when I go to my laptop, actually it doesn't come with it. So I tried to download this one from my friends, but I couldn't find where the Excel is.
So you mean the Excel for this one?
No, for my computer. If I want to do it by myself.
Yeah. So you want to basic one, right?
Yeah, the basic one.
You need to ask me. I have the file. I can send to you. This is only the video.
This video.
Yeah, it doesn't have the file.
But if I do it by myself, if there is something assignments or.
Oh, okay. Yes. So yeah, that's what I said. I have the version of the file I can send to you. You can go through the video and work on it by yourself. Yeah, and then to know, like today, you have the file you can follow, right? I can give it to you right now. So, do you have a USB or no? I can insert my USB to your laptop, so that's not a problem.
But I don't need to download it.
No, there's no file. I didn't upload my file online, but because this is basic, it's a video, right? But let's see. So I don't know how to use that. Can you minimize this? Yeah. Okay. So it will be this one. Excel. Let me see this. No, for students. Yeah, so this is the data you want. So you can follow it now. Do you want that? That's basic level. Yeah, this basic level Excel, because the video only tells you the steps, it's recorded, but you do not have the file, so you cannot follow the video basically. Yeah, that's the problem. Can you? Yeah. Well, I will send the file to you as well. Yeah. Okay. No, can you up? Well, I just take it away. Yeah. So I need to make a note. Yes. What do they want? They didn't tell me. What do they want? What do they want? What do you want? Why they didn't? So you want the video. So I give you the link and also the file.
The file for the base.
Okay, but what about them? No.
And this is
ALANSE. Okay.
ASE.
What about this? JC. Oh, I can't read. I will figure out. Have you taken attendance? Okay. All right. Oh, it's in 1 hour. I thought it won't be done in 1 hour, but actually, finishing an hour.
1 hour says the session start at 5.
Yeah, that's weird. But I was told that it's start at 4, and they were told it's 4:30, and our is 5. So it's really confusing. I don't know why this happened, but yeah, sorry for this. Yeah, it must be. Okay, thanks. You're welcome. I hope you learn, like, it's useful. Yeah? So that's why, yes, so that's why I think this is important, because you know what changes you have made. So you can go back and check what you have done. Yeah. Okay, good. You're welcome. Okay.